Hi everyone, so today we're going to be learning on how to use Google Slides. It's another version of PowerPoint but just through Google. So let me pull up. So first you're going to be at the Google homepage and you'll click over here and hit Google Apps and you'll see all the accounts, the play, the meet. You're going to scroll down all the way until you see docs, sheets, and then you'll see slides. So we'll go ahead and click slides. It'll pop up this, basically all the slides that you have made previously or you'll be starting. So as you can see, I've already made some presentations with Google Slides, so you go ahead and click blank to start a new presentation and you'll end up here. So it says collaborate even more, live pointers, you hit got it. So then from there, since for an example, we'll make a presentation about community service. So you'll start by adding a title. So you'll go ahead and type in your title. And then down here, oh, I spelled that wrong. Just right click, there we go. And then down here, you're gonna put by, and then your name. Okay, so then from here, you're going to want to add a new slide. So you'll click this little button and you can hover over it and you'll see new slide. Click that and you'll add a new slide. So right here, we can put community service. Community service, and we'll put the definition down here. So for a definition, I usually like to add either a bullet point or a dash. So you can hit more right here and it'll pop up all these little extra options, and right here you'll hover over it and it'll tell you what it is. So you click bulleted list and it'll pop up a bullet. So we're going to put for the definition of community service as work performed by a person or group to better the community. Awesome. So then if you think let's change the font, the size. I'm going to show you how to do that right now. So if we think this is maybe a little bit too small and you want to make it maybe a couple more sizes bigger, you can highlight it and up here you'll see the font size. And every time you hover over one of these things, it'll tell you what it is. So you're not going in completely like, I have to figure this out by myself. I need to know each button by heart of what they do. So you can either type in your own number or it'll just pop up a list for you. So let's try, we're at 18 to try 24. Now 24 looks way better. So then, let's see. You can also change this if you want to. You can, oops, moved it over a little bit. So let's say you want to change the font. Ooh, hold on. There we go. You want to change the font, you can go right here of the fonts and you have plenty to choose from. I normally like to stay within the ones that are very classic, not too hard to read. So I usually stick with Times New Roman, pretty common. But if you're doing, I don't know, just making a slide for fun, or you want to add, if it's okay with other teachers to add your own fun font style, you have cursive, you have big letters, you have, there's a quite a lot to choose from, but normally I like to stay with either Times or Arial is the most common. So let's see. You can also bold it if you want. It'll make it a little bit more chunkier to make it really stand out. There's also italic. You can underline it. And you really have to play with Google Slides for a little bit to really know what you're doing. And sometimes things can happen. So let's say I wanted to change this and I put it in like this. There's normally an undo button. Say you don't know which font the original one was. You could go ahead and click the undo button and it takes it back to where it originally was. So we have our two slides pretty good. So let's try to add some pictures. Now, adding pictures can be kind of tricky depending on what we're working with. Normally, you can hit insert, do image, and you can always upload from the computer or search the web. Normally, I like to, you can see if this works. You can add a new tab, type in community service pictures. Go to, well, we could do a cartoon one. Let's do a cartoon one. So you hit images, and you have pretty much a lot to choose from. I'm going to go ahead and make my screen a little bit smaller so you can see on the side of what I'm going to do. So you find one that you really like. Let's say we use, we can try to find a pretty decent one, but that's not taking up the whole page. Normally, if you have a hard time finding one, you can try using on the image search, but I think it'll come out with the same pictures. I could try it here in a second. Let's do this one. So I like to slide it over onto the desktop and it'll pop up on the side. So we're going to click X, go back to our Google Slide presentation, and say you want to embed the picture right here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to grab it from the desktop, drag it over, and it'll pop up. And then you can make it bigger. You can move it around to where you like it. You can put it right there. So that looks good already. So then we have our first page with our title and who it is by. We have our definition. And let's add one more slide so you can put examples of community service. Okay. So then we have examples of community service. Hopefully you have this already written down in your notes. If not, we can go ahead and go back. Community service examples. Go back to all. And you can see that they have some down here. So we can do, we'll go back and we're going to click this, hit more, add bullet points, and you're going to put clean up parks. And when you hit the, it might be on my end, it's the return button. On your end, it could be the enter. You just hit that and it'll drop down a new bullet. So then we can put, what was another one? Oh, animal shelters. Animal shelters. Return, adds a new tab. And let's add one more. We can do camp counselor. Oops. There we go. Okay. So then I don't like to leave it so empty of giving just some examples. So let's go ahead and look up some pictures, but this time I want to use the insert image and we'll search here. So you're basically using the same thing, but this might be easier so you're staying on the same page and not going back and forth. So we'll type up clean up parks. Something short and sweet to Here we go. You can always, you can use a live photo if you want, or you can use an animated one. Either one is totally fine. Let's use this one. This one looks, oh, but that's a beach. Let's try to find one with the park. There was one here earlier. Let's use this one. We can use this one. So you're just going to hold it down, drag it, and it popped it up really big. So we're just going to make it smaller, drag it over here, make it a little bit smaller so maybe we can fit multiple pictures of each one. So then we're going to do insert, image, search the web. What did it do? Oh. Yeah, let's try it again. Insert image, search the web, delete. So now we're going to look up animal. Animal shelter. Shelter pictures. So we can do this one. We got that one in there. Might pop it up really big as well. So then we're gonna make it smaller. Now you can just leave these two pictures as it is, or you can try to make them smaller and fit in another one in there. Whatever works best. So then last thing that I'm going to show you is, let me see, ooh, not background. To make it a little bit more fun and where it's not just black and white, you can put a theme on your slideshow. So let's see, let's pick a very cute but easy one. Try this one. And you can always play with them. You can click that one. Oh, I don't like that one. Let's look for a different one. Let's try this one. This one actually looks really good. So you can always just mess with them. And that you can also add transitions. Transitions is going to be from one side going on to the next. If you want to add it, make it a little bit more fun. I normally like to stick with just the normal slideshow with no transitions to make it easier. But I think that sums up this whole project for using Google Slides. This is super easy. I'm pretty sure y'all will get the hang of it when y'all use it. If you have any questions, you can always just reach out to me and I will be able to help.